between Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony at E3. Sony should be feeling the most comfortable, like they always have every year. Sony has been a game console king ever since they even went into the video game business. They have made the right relationships with developers, they made the right relationships with fans, and they're in a very comfortable lead in console sales in front of Xbox One. They have been doing phenomenal. They have gotten this far because of their brand recognition. They have never changed the name of their product every now and then like Nintendo has. They're a well-oiled machine right now, which is what I wish I could say for the rest of Sony. The only thing that has apparently put a stop to the PlayStation's momentum is themselves. Their own mistakes. You can pretty much confirm that their only misstep, aside from their handheld history, is the launch of the PS3. Sony's got a lot of games that we will see updates on, including Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, God of War, Detroit, Become Human, Gran Turismo Sport, and many more that I haven't listed or do not yet exist in the public. Right now, they got nothing to worry about, except maybe each of their games can sell more copies, but other than that, nothing to worry about. They have all the third-party support one could ask for, they have first-party games coming out nearly every month, and most of their E3 presentations have been good. They should feel very comfortable heading into E3 this year. Personally, not many of their first-party games really grabbed me. There have been games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Little Big Planet, Shadow of the Colossus and more that make me wish that I got a PS3 or PS4. Days Gone looks beautiful, will it be fun though? Detroit Become Human looks like a movie no doubt, and I am fan of multiple choice story games, but I hope there's more depth and length to it. Dreams though looks cool, and I hope that it's the game that Project Spark should have been all along, instead of just being a glorified programming tool. I will look out for Death Stranding, and I hope the next thing they show doesn't make me vomit, because I want it to be cool coming from Hideo Kojima. I'm not saying that Sony needs to make more games, I mean they have tons of third-party games, but their own software sales are nothing to write home about. Why is that? Third-party games sell like mad, but only Uncharted and The Last of Us are first-party franchises selling in the high millions. Maybe it has to do with my personal preferences in that some of these first-party games don't really jump out at me as fun games. High-end visuals, but not all that great to actually play. I love to see them try some crazy ideas, not like they need to, maybe their own RPG, maybe their own fighting game, that's not All-Stars Battle Royale, or maybe a crazy new idea like Splatoon or Rocket League. They don't have photorealistic graphics, they don't have rich stories with character development, they're just addicting multiplayer games. And other companies have proven that just having fun gameplay is enough for consumers to buy a game. I don't doubt that they got great artists or great writers, but they have been lacking in the idea department. But don't think that Sony may not have something up their sleeve this year. Since the beginning of the year, I have been given the impression that they are intimidated, yes, intimidated by Nintendo. I don't see there being a reason to, but they are. First, Horizon Zero Dawn's release was pushed ahead to 3 days before the release of the Nintendo Switch and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. To those that predicted that Horizon would outsell Zelda, by the way, denied. Secondly, Sony was in talks with retail stores to have a one-day sale on their PS4 on March 3rd. Thirdly, 2 weeks before March 3rd, Sony leaked a patent of theirs that was a DualShock controller with a screen on it. Are they planning another portable device? Or have they just tried to halt the Switch's momentum? It's possible that they could reveal a new console at E3 this year. Sony has released the PSP in 2005 and the PS Vita in 2011, and the Vita had a lot to be desired in regard to sales. But since Nintendo is using their portable success to help their new console, is Sony going to use their console success to help a possible new portable? I believe Sony has the resources and technology to have a portable console that could have the power of the PS3 or even the PS4. It may sound crazy, but then again, nobody thought the Switch would be possible in 2017. We're at the age now that if a game isn't powerful enough to be impressive on a PC, you can take it anywhere with you. Nintendo seems to be the one to have crazy ideas, and when they work, Sony wastes no time to take advantage of them. PlayStation Home, PlayStation move. Of course Xbox has recently taken Nintendo's ideas as well, but will Sony do it again? I think they could, but I'm not 100% on the idea that it will happen at this year's E3. Even though Microsoft and Nintendo have a lot to unveil at this year's E3, Sony's E3 experience is still worth a look. Please be sure to check out my preview of Microsoft's E3 briefing, and I will soon post a preview of Nintendo's Nintendo Spotlight.